Fi wedi dod i Ydych Cleddau heddi I weld be yn union mae Sue Burton yn neud yn ei gwesty Wystrys hi. Felly fi mynd I ddarganfod be yn union mae Wystrys yn neud I helpu lleihau llygredd yn yr Afon Cleddau. So Sue, these oysters aren't just important for the health of the Cleddau, but they're also integral for the health of the wider marine world.
Yeah, so I mean here we are actually in a marine system. This is the estuary. So although people locally tend to call this the river, it is actually a marine system. So the fresh water that comes in at this point, this is why we've got seaweed here. You wouldn't see the seaweed if it was a freshwater system. So this is very much a marine system, and having the oysters here helps to clean the water and purify the water and take some of that sediment load out of the water that's coming down the rivers. And once that can settle out a bit more, if we had loads of oysters here, it would help to sort of reduce that sediment load going down even further into the really marine system that's further down and then out into the open coast.
Would it be right to say that there are no new houses that can be built along the Cleddau due to the poor water quality here?
That's right, and that's because we have a system now that's too full up. It's too full up of the nutrients, which is bad for the marine life here. But obviously that's then bad for people. It's bad economically for Pembrokeshire. We need more new housing. I think it's really raised the profile of the problem we have here, and it's shown that what people do on the land absolutely impacts what's happening in the rivers and in the sea.
And if we just completely ignored the health of the river, we just let it get really, really bad, what would happen? What would that look like for the people of Pembrokeshire and the wildlife too?
I think we're there. It has got to that point where it's obviously now stopping the housing. We already have evidence that it's impacting the marine life here. It's impacting the sustainability of oyster restoration in the area. So I think we're there. We desperately need to do something to improve land management practices and clean up our waterways.
So what do you wish that more people knew about the health of the Cleddau?
I wish people realised how unique it was under the water. People think about estuaries as being just shallow and muddy. This estuary is super special. It's kind of like our equivalent of a Norwegian fjord. It's deep and it's got rock in it, and that's quite rare for an estuary. So that means that the life that can grow here is really quite unique. And because of the massive tidal range that we have here, that life grows really massive and sprawling, and it's a super special and quite unique environment.
And how do you reckon people can find more out about the Cleddau? How can they educate themselves about how important the river is?
I think it's just making sure that people have a much better connection to the river and the marine system, and they understand that what they do can really impact that. People realise that sewerage goes into waterways, but that hopefully is cleaned. But it's things like that you put down your drain, and it's just knowing that all of that ends up in this watery system and the sea ultimately. So you can choose to have detergents that don't have phosphate in them. There's a great community at Llanberis in North Wales where they all pledged to reduce phosphates in what they were using to try and improve the local area, and that's had a real impact.
I think that might make me switch after learning so much about rivers. I think I am going to switch.
Yeah.
Does the same apply for washing capsules as well?
Yeah, all
and
of it.
Everything.
Basically phosphates are found in detergents, so washing liquids, washing powders.
Putting the chemicals into the products,
but they're
not going to take any accountability.
Things are only going to change if people realise that their changed behaviour could lead to good environmental outcomes.
There is power.
People power.
Yeah. People
there
in power.
Absolutely is people power. And there's so much now that people are raising awareness of river health and the health of the sea, and that helps political power and movement, and that's what we need.
Hopefully this can start a domino effect.
Yeah.
And everyone
And people
do
are
their
talking
bit.
about it, so it's good, but we need to do more than just talk about it. We need to make change happen.
We need to act.